What will improve my focus and mental adaptability? One of the worst problems I have in my day-to-day life is mind wandering. It seems I can never just focus on one thing unless I am entirely and extremely interested in that one thing. If you feel the same way about your mind, this video is for you. When I was younger and about my middle school years, and you as the teacher asked me to read an article aloud, then after reading it, asked me to tell you what the article was about, I literally would be able to tell you barely anything. The problem was my mind wandering. Though I was reading the words out loud, I wasn't focusing on what the words actually meant. My mind was wandering, foggy, disrupted by frequent, intrusive thoughts. This destroyed my mental health, and when that's destroyed, everything comes crashing down along with it. Today, I'm going to give you some tactics to increase focus and mental adaptability that I really think will help you out. First, let's figure out how to increase focus. Step one is to remove what's holding us back. What do you think is holding us back? The main factor that holds us back from full focus is our absolute cockroach level of attention spans that we have. If you were to do some research on some of the applications like TikTok, Instagram, or social media, they were literally designed to get you hooked. Our attention span, which is the average time it takes to maintain our focus on something, has dropped from 12 seconds in the year 2000 to now 8 seconds in our current day. Spending time on these social media platforms is quite literally cooking our attention span. So what I would do first is severely negate or reduce the amount of time that we're spending on these apps. The next tactic is to remove mindless activities. If you're performing activities that don't require thought, maybe, for example, you're at work and you're doing some repetitive things that you're used to, don't constrict yourself from going on a little adventure inside your own head. When you let thoughts free flow with good intention and not judgment, you might actually come up with some profound ideas, even if you didn't have the intention to. This skyrockets your mental adventure and idea building. The next is how to deal with unhelpful thoughts that have no real value and often just put you down. Instead of repelling and trying to overcome these thoughts, instead observe them like a tiger eyeing its prey. Understand the nature of the thought. Our brain tends to navigate towards negative thoughts due to our design nature of finding problems in order to resolve them. If you truly think something's wrong with yourself, try to fix it. If you are unable to fix it, zoom your perspective out a bit more and try and see if there's a larger problem. Remember that your critiquing brain isn't just there to put you down. It's there to help you find out which problems to solve. Now let's look at what you should add, what you should implement. The first one is meditation. And this stuff is scientific. I'm going to start meditating for 10 minutes every single day in order to increase my focus and reduce my mind wandering. The way you do this is pick an area of focus. For example, you can do your breathing. Try to maintain your focus as much as you can on your breathing. Then your mind will start to wander. But instead of feeling bad about your mind wandering, you bring your focus back, bring your focus back, bring your focus back to your breath. Every time you do that, it's like a rep in the gym. You're training your mind to return to what you're trying to focus on. I'm telling you, this is going to skyrocket your focus. Now next, I want you to make creativity your brain's default mode. The first step is to limit creative constriction caused by critique. Whenever you critique yourself, you're more and more creating a barrier that thickens more and more until your brain eventually stops generating ideas altogether. I'm going to tell you something that's actually quite interesting. There's a particular type of dementia that develops in the frontal lobe that actually increases a person's creativity within the first few stages. Looking at this from a broad view, it doesn't really make sense until you dig deeper to what's actually going on inside the brain. The first part of the brain that starts to deteriorate in this form of dementia is actually the compartment responsible for critiquing. So the more you critique, the less you create. And the last one is increasing your imagination. Regularly practice taking yourself out of reality and the present moment to visit memories or visualizations that mean a lot to you. Doing this will get your mind more and more used to visualization and adventure inside of your own head. This is a great advantage to have to your creativity. That's all I have for you today. If you're in our Discord server, you can join our daily resource sessions. We host this session at 8:30 p.m. that is Central Standard Time. This is when we pick a topic to work on together to do some collaborative note taking and overall learn something interesting. You're even welcome to do your own presentations like what I'm doing right now. If you'd enjoyed this video, press the like button and subscribe. The link to Research Academy is in the description of this video. Thank you all for watching. Love you guys.